Hi everyone, it's Kelly and welcome to another episode of the Spring Weekend Diaries, aka Seattle vlogs during the spring. It is summer right now, but I have a couple more videos that I want to share of what happened this spring, so I hope you enjoy it. Rainy day for Tulip Town. We're here at Tulip Town, the one day that it's raining this week, and probably the one day that it rained all month. And it's like rain, but we're still here and we're still gonna have a good time, right? Right? So every April there is a Tulip Festival here in Washington, just about an hour north of Seattle. And Anthony and I got tickets to go one Saturday in April. Back in Southern California, it's too warm, at least where I live, it's too warm to have tulips grow in like people's gardens and stuff. So it was really cool coming up here for the first time, seeing tulips in people's gardens, and then also going to a tulip farm where there were just tulips everywhere. At Tulip Town and it's raining, but look at these tulips, are so pretty. Anthony's having a good time with his new boots and my docks are muddy. Look at Leaf. Hi, Leaf. So spring in Seattle is really fun because you're transitioning from the cold weather to the warm weather. So all of winter you have a bunch of gray days, and then as spring comes around, you get like a couple of sunny days here and there. So it's nice because the flowers are blooming around the city. You can dress a little bit warmer. You don't have to wear your like puffer jackets anymore. And just every time that there is like a sunny day or a sunny couple of days, everyone takes advantage of the weather because you know that it won't last for a long time. So one of the sunny weekends was perfect because it was Friday to Sunday was when it was sunny. So after Anthony got off work on Friday, we drove east to Lake Sammamish area and we got Five Guys, picked up some food, and then ate it by the lake. And then Anthony and our friend went fishing, and then I stayed with Manny in the grass and we just like hung out and I read and we just like vibed, you know? Then the following morning, Saturday morning, we got up at like 6 or 6:30 and drove about 45 minutes east of Seattle to hike Mount Si. Gotta turn on the Apple Watches. It's 6:22 a.m. and we're hiking Mount Si this morning. That was a fun hike too because there were still snow patches. We got to test out our micro spikes, and then by the time we got to the top, it was like a beautiful, clear, sunny day. We got up there at around 8:30 and enjoyed a little snack, and we got to see Mount Rainier from up there. Then once we got back into the city after the hike, we still had a lot of sunlight left, so we hit up our friends and asked if they wanted to go to Golden Gardens Park, which is a little bit north of like the downtown area, and it's like a beach and a park. So we just like had a picnic and just enjoyed some drinks and snacks over there. And then Sunday, after I got off work, we spent the afternoon and evening over by Lake Washington, and Anthony went fishing, and then Manny and I just hung out and I read, and we saw Anthony catch a fish. It is Sunday afternoon and we're out here on Lake Washington, and Anthony's fishing on this little pier. Oh, Manny. It's Manny's first time fishing. Before this, he was like whining a lot, because he thinks Anthony's rod and bait are toys. But it's not for you, dude. It's for the fish.
That's the same thing I got the other day.
Yay. He thinks.
What's that, buddy?
So one of our goals this summer before our friend moved away from Seattle was to hike to Camp Muir, which is like the base camp in Mount Rainier. But unfortunately, the date that we were going to do it, the conditions and like the weather just weren't good enough. So we have yet to do that still. But during most of spring, a lot of the weekends, we spent the time hiking around North Bend to kind of prep for this Camp Muir hike. So North Bend is about 45 minutes east of Seattle, and we did 3 of the big hikes over there. We did Mount Si, Mailbox Peak, and Mount Teneriffe. And this was all to prep for our Camp Muir hike. So first we did Mount Si, which I just showed you guys, and then we did Mailbox Peak next. And that was actually the first time, I think, that we hiked where it wasn't like forecasted to be a clear sunny day. And I am actually a fan of hiking in cloudy / potentially rainy weather because 1, it's a lot cooler. 2, since the ground is like more moist, the dust and like the dirt doesn't like kick up as you're hiking. And then 3, there are less crowds. So parking is a lot easier. There's less people that you see on the trail. So by the time we got to like the rock scramble area, which was like just before you get to the top and to the mailbox, it was like completely foggy. You couldn't see the view at all, but I didn't mind because it looked really cool. And then the third hike that we did was Mount Teneriffe. So we did kind of like a route that was a lot longer. So we started on like the Mount Teneriffe side and then traversed over and then went up to Mount Si and then crossed like that ridge and then got to Mount Teneriffe and then made our way down. So that was also cool because even though we had done Mount Si before, this time around there was snow, which was completely different than when we did it like a couple weeks before. Look at that. We were just here. And it looked completely different. All our Amazon Go sandwiches. And then we unexpectedly hiked through a lot of snow when we were like crossing from Mount Si over to Mount Teneriffe. And then once we got to the top of Mount Teneriffe, the clouds were just like moving so fast. You could see North Bend like peek in and out of the clouds as they went by. And then on the way down, it was like super steep. And also on the way down, we got to stop by Teneriffe Falls, which is a pretty popular hike too. So other than that, we had a lot of other fun, smaller memories this spring. So we got our COVID vaccine. I met up with Monica Church, which was really cool. And then I also met up with Mayuko over Google Hangouts. So our friends are moving out of their apartment and we had a house cooling potluck at their place. And then after that, we went to Cal Anderson Park to just like hang out. The guys played spike ball. I hung out with Manny. And also Manny had Molly Moon's ice cream for the first time. We also enjoyed Red Mill burgers for the first time. We had some drinks and a barbecue on our rooftop. I cleaned up my old garden and started my spring balcony garden.
So, today is April, it's mid-April, and look at what I just saw. Oh my gosh, that's a freaking tulip right there. What? I can't believe I have a tulip. I'm literally so happy.
And also, BTS released their new song, Butter.
So BTS came out with their new song, Butter, and they came out with it last night, and it is a bop! Oh my god, I love this song so much.
I had the McDonald's BTS meal for the first time. And I also got my hair done during this spring. When I went to the salon, it was my first time back in like 6 months or so. So they moved locations and I was so surprised when I got there. The last time that I went there, I had only liked Dynamite. I was like, oh yeah, like I like this song. And I remember my stylist saying like, oh yeah, the owner, she's like a super big fan and all these things. And then so between that time, I started to become a big fan too. And so when I went back and saw like the cardboard cutouts of everybody and they were playing BTS music videos and there was just like dolls and stuff, just decor everywhere, I was so happy. And then at the end, they give you like an army air freshener and then you could pick a photo card too. So that was really fun. And then lastly, Anthony and I also went back home to Southern California to celebrate his brother's birthdays and also to see my sister graduate from college. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Spring Weekend Diaries here in Seattle. I have a couple other videos that I'll be putting out from what happened this past spring. I went backpacking in Olympic National Park recently, so I definitely want to show you guys that. So if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I put out videos when I can, but I try to somewhat be consistent. I am gonna get ready to go to work now because it is not my weekend today, but I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Man, hey. Go.